Medical marijuana is now becoming a major business here in Oklahoma.
Voters overwhelmingly passed the controversial State Question 788 to allow medical marijuana use in Oklahoma.
More than 1,000 business licenses have been issued by the state, and that number continues to grow.
Property is being scooped up to sell supplies and grow marijuana plants.
Medical marijuana industry just beginning, meaning there is a ton of money to be made.
A typical day for me is about 18 hours long right now. So my morning typically starts around 5, 6 a.m. answering emails. I'm on the farm by about 8:30 or 9 a.m. After that, I'm out running, meeting with dispensary partners, other growers, other processors, and conducting business deals, meeting with legislators, and then back to the farm. And usually I end my day around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning after answering more emails.
We're growing clean, healthy plants because it's medicine at the end of the day for patients. So we want it to be quality craft cannabis that we get our hands on every day. We're not using all these automated systems and relying on computers to do everything. We have people every day with their hands on the plants, making sure that we're growing the best that we can.
I think there's always going to be a difference between medical cannabis and recreational cannabis. Anybody that's out there pursuing recreational cannabis, most of the time, they're just shooting for the THC. Most of us real medical patients, we're looking for more than that. So we're looking for certain terpene profiles, stuff that has higher amounts of CBDs and CBNs and CBGs in them. It really does take that entourage effect of everything to really cure people.
In '98, I took a walk off of a 5-foot ledge and suffered a traumatic brain injury. Since that time, I've had over 18 major surgeries. Up until last October, I had to use a cane to get around, and I was still on pain management. After Thanksgiving, I am now 100% pharmaceutical free except for cannabis.
You'll check in with a person up front, and then as soon as we know you're here, you'll get buzzed back, and then you come and meet our bud tender, and we talk about whatever you want. We have patients come in, we help them out with their questions. Any education that they may need, we provide for them to help them pick out the medicine and delivery that works best for them. Cannabis has actually changed my entire life. I use it because I have PTSD and I have really bad anxiety. Everybody else has kind of a not caring attitude. I can't have that without using cannabis. So when I do, it doesn't make me stone. What it does for me is makes me feel normal and makes it to where I can function in a normal world.
There's certain people that have insomnia, some people have issues with pain, so depending on what that is, edibles and tinctures and topicals help with pain. If you want an instant relief, I usually prefer flower and indica over sativa. If you want energy, you're going to pick a sativa. We have patients that, on a serious note, have suffered from cancer. So they've tried RSO oil, and it actually has brought them into remission as far as cancer goes. So it's a very serious deal. Not only does it help with anxiety, that's a daily struggle for a lot of people when they can't go out into the world and function because they have anxiety. There's people that can't get out of bed because they have so much pain. So it's not just one story, there's two, honestly.
One person running.
My diagnosis was in September.
I had ovarian cancer.
I got hit by a truck on my motorcycle.
So I finally got the diagnosis, and they said, you have 2 weeks to live. You have colon cancer. We don't know where else it is, but your cancer count is through the roof.
My prognosis was 4 years, regardless of what kind of medical intervention that I chose to take.
Told me I wasn't gonna walk at one point.
I had created a tincture to reduce the inflammation of my body, compounding it with hemp hearts, utilizing hemp proteins.
I chose to do some alternative therapies in addition to surgery. And then I used the cannabis after the fact to help me deal with some of the chronic pain that happened as a result of the surgeries.
I was on Neurontin for it's like nerve pain and stuff like that. I was on Oxycontin and Oxycodone for intermittent pain.
Yeah, and that's super addicting.
Oh yeah,
super
I
great.
bailed on it immediately. It's just for straight THC and CBD.
They said, I thought you said you had cancer in your lungs. We just did a CT. I said, yes, I have 5 tumors. Here's the disc. Here's the information. And they said, well, this was done in December, right after Christmas. We don't understand how, but you have nothing left in your lungs.
It's been I'm going on my 5th year, so about 5 years ago. So I'm actually past my expiration date.
If the therapeutic value for me is that I forget that I feel uncomfortable or I forget that something's in pain, then that's totally a great option for you. Yeah, I don't take any of that stuff at all. And I have an open prescription for opiates, and I don't need to take them.
And this is my little pup here. He's about 7 months. He's Frosty Nugs.
Are you a personal user?
Yes, we originally started years ago for us. And then I also have 3 family members with cystic fibrosis. So they use our products a lot, and it helps them eliminate 5 separate medications just in that. And for appetite and everything that goes with cystic fibrosis, that's really rough on your body.
You know, there's a lot of disease conditions that the traditional medicine that we use every day won't treat without pretty substantial side effects.
What I would actually recommend is you can get you got the 2 chemicals in the plant, CBD and THC, and then there's also all these other compounds like hemp oil, like they make hemp milk, and all those other compounds are actually really good for you. So there's something called the entourage effect, which is where you've got the CBD, THC, and all the plant oils working together in your body.
One of our patients, they came in completely distraught, nothing was working. It took 2 weeks on our medicine, and she came back, tears in her eyes, so joyful that the pain that her daughter was feeling is gone and that she's so much more comfortable. And it blows my mind, it brings tears to my eyes.
I had a lot of stigma about it too. I had, some stereotypes that I had to overcome. And so when I started using it, I became afraid that I was going to become one of those moms. But everybody that I've met thus far that has had to deal with this on a medical level, they're not those moms, they're not those dads. They're just trying to function, they're trying to get through their day, and they need their energy not just to fight their disease, but also to be with their children and really be present in the moment.
Anecdotal evidence doesn't hold a whole lot of weight, but I will tell you that I actually saw pictures over a 4-year period of a squamous cell carcinoma patient. This thing got really big, and he was afraid he was going to die because it was going to evade his carotid artery. He bleeded to death. This is minutes. And then he showed pictures of this go down. And I go. I grew up in the 60s, so I'm going to say that's kind of like cool.